Hello all and welcome to another Cabinet Entertainment video. It's Art here with my review for Quantum Leap Season 1. That's Quantum Leap 2022-2023 Season 1. What did I think about it? Well, it's a revival of a show that was made in the late 80s, early 90s. Starring, at that time, Scott Bakula and Dean Stockwell. This time it stars Raymond Lee and Caitlin Bassett, as well as, if I can pull it up here, Ernie Hudson, Narissa Lee, and Mason Alexander Park. Those are your main ones that are part of the main cast. And I was really worried about this show, let's be honest. I was really worried about this show. Because Quantum Leap, the original, is one of my favorite shows of all time. Because it was science fiction, hard science fiction. It was progressive in a positive way that served the story. So it had a lot of positive things going for it. Quantum Leap, the revival, in 2022-2023, is much of the same. This time, Dean Stockwell's character, the hologram character, is played by Caitlin Bassett, and she is amazing at her job. She is one of the shining stars in the show. So is Raymond Lee, and so is Ernie Hudson, so is Narissa Lee, so is Mason Alexander Park. They're all amazing, and there is progressive science fiction, progressive ideas in there, but they're presented like they should be to serve the story. They're presented like they should be to further the narrative of the show. And the narrative of the show is winding, twisting, weaving greatness. It's amazing. To me, it's on Peacock. It's one of the reasons I kept Peacock around for a while. I enjoyed it very much. It ends on a cliffhanger because Season 2 is coming later this fall. And it's just simply amazing. It's simply a great show. And it's simply back to true form. It makes me feel like Donald P. Bellisario and his realm kind of kept the focus, but just updated the story to make it make sense. Ernie Hudson's character, Magic, has a connection to the original show that connects it to the original show. They mentioned Dean Stockwell's character, Al, who is memorialized because Dean Stockwell is unfortunately no longer with us. And I like how his character lives on. I like how Sam Beckett is talked about in the show. I like how it's all kind of intertwined and interwoven together. I hope that in Season 2, Dr. Ben Song, Raymond Lee's character, will run into Samuel Beckett at some point. I would like to see that. I would like to see them see each other and see what happens with that. Because I would like to think that Dr. Samuel Beckett isn't lost in space and time. To me, that would be the perfect... They're going to have to do it soon. To me, it's the elephant in the room. But it's a great show. It can literally go anywhere like Doctor Who. Because you can make the leaper leap into anybody. And you can make them play around with historical things. You can make them do play around with completely made up things. You can have them do sports. Have them do anything possible. It's a great show. It made me actually rewatch the original Quantum Leap, and reminded me how good that show was. Quantum Leap, the original, was so much ahead of its time that Quantum Leap 2023 kind of turns it on its head, and you see not only from the Leaper Ben Song's perspective, and from the hologram Caitlin Bassett's character's perspective, but you also see it as a project and is trying to get people home and set things right that once went wrong, which is the premise of the show. It's always been the premise of the show, and thankfully, it hasn't lost its focus and its narrative drive. They certainly played with some hot button topics of yesteryear and hot button topics of today, but they did it in a way always to serve the story, which is unlike most of your science fiction you get nowadays. Most of your science fiction nowadays tries to beat you over the head with an agenda-driven message. This was, we're presenting this to you, we're presenting it to you from this side and all the sides that we can show you, excuse me, and you need to form your own idea. You need to form your own thought process. We're giving you all the information we can, and you need to form your own thought process. For me, it was a 10 popcorns out of 10. I was really trepidatious about watching the show. I think Mason Alexander Park did a wonderful job as the controller of Ziggy. The AI and the tech person. I think Narissa Lee did a wonderful job as the security person and tech person. I think Caitlin Bassett did a wonderful job. And I think Raymond Lee did a wonderful job. And Ernie Hudson, I've always loved Ernie Hudson no matter what he's been in. And in this, it's no different. He's amazing here. I think they found the perfect melded together cast to make a show that can both stick to its narrative focus and give somebody a good story, but also push the envelope in the correct way. Science fiction is meant to push the envelope in the correct way, and Quantum Leap, the revival of Quantum Leap, does do that, just like the original show did it. So it's very, very important that it be done. It's very, very important that it be done in the right way, and Donald P. Bellisario's Quantum Leap is that way. It is that good, and it is amazing. So much amazing that I felt the need to talk about it after I finished it this past week, because I waited for it to quit airing, and then I binged it on Peacock. That's how I do these things now, because I can just sit and binge and binge and binge and binge. And it's a perfectly good binge show. Matter of fact, I would recommend binging it because it's got steep cliffhangers and steep twists and turns that you're not going to want to wait for a week on, week off. You'll want to be able to binge it. And it's amazing. I can't recommend it anymore. And before I gush on too long, this is where I'm going to say, you know I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, 12:30 p.m. Central, 10:30 a.m. Pacific, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. Please ding the notification bell to be notified when I upload a video. And without further ado, happy watching. And leave in the comments down below if you watched the original Quantum Leap or if you're going to watch this Quantum Leap. Leave that in the comments down below as well. And until next time, happy watching. I'll see you again soon. And peace.